Welcome everybody, this is Day Trading Tickers. Today's episode we're going to go over the best option template setup that you can have on TD Ameritrade. I know a lot of traders, they don't have multiple monitors out there, because for me, I have 3 monitors. I have lots of information given to me at one particular time. If you're one of those that just have one screen, one laptop, this is probably the best setup that you can have. But even though I have three monitors, I still have this template because it's my main watch that I have throughout the day, and I'll show you what I mean. So first, I'm gonna minimize my screen right here. Oh, there we go. So this is what I have up here. I have the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute chart, and I switch between the 1 hour, 15-minute chart throughout the day, depending on what I'm looking at or what information I'm trying to receive. I have SPY, which is the overall market, to see if the market's going up or going down. I have my active traders when I'm going in and out of the trade with my option contracts, the level 2, and the indicators. So now let's begin on how to start this out. So I'm gonna reset everything. So if you haven't used the flexible grid, so what I want you to do is click on charts and then click on flexible grid, and then you should come out something like this. If you haven't edited one before, it should look like this. If not, then just click reset, and then you should have something like this, because we're gonna build it up together. So the first thing I want you to do is have 3 on top. So what I want you to do is click the middle button and the middle button. Now you should have 3. In the bottom, I want you to have 2. So I'm going to go a little fast because I feel that you can always pause the video and then just rewatch it if you can. And it just doesn't really waste anybody's time if some are faster than others. This little paper clip thing that you see right here, what I want you to do is make it red, make it red, make it red. This bottom left, I have SPY, and I'm going to go over what the reason why I have it the way I have it set up. So just follow with me. And this bottom one, I have it on lilac. As you can see, I did not change the paper clip on the SPY. I just have it SPY right there. Just click right there, enter SPY. So let's work from the right to the left. On the right, I changed the time setting to my 1 minute chart, and what I do, let's click on this. I like to extend that, show alerts. I like to change it to show arrows only, because if you have show alerts, it's gonna have like an arrow like this, and it's kind of just too messy for me. I don't want something dragging across my graph, so I put show arrows only. Overlap the volume, price axis, I changed nothing, time axis. The expansion area, I changed it to 150, which gives me more of a view of the graph. Favorite time frames. Yours might be a little different than mine, but this is what I like to use. If you want to edit something, you just, for example, it might be, for you, it might be the 1 year, 1 day. I like to edit it, change the 1 year. If it's like that on the default, scroll all the way down, max available, and then add, and then same thing with the weekly chart. Appearance, this is something completely up to you depending on how you want to do it. I like to have mine filled up, my candles filled up, but again, that's just a preference. The cursor, you can change it to different colors. So you can see it's blue now, pink. I just like it simple, it's gray. The volume bars, you can change it depending how you like it. I have mine the preset color. It's less because I overlap the volume with the graph. If the candles are going really low and getting close to the volume, they kind of mesh in with each other, and I don't really like it that way. The one thing I do remove is the grid. As you can see, like these dotted lines right here, I remove that. Less clutter for me, and everything else I don't really change. So I just press apply and OK. And there you go, that's how I have it. And so instead of editing every single chart like that, what I'd like to do is, you see this candles right here, click on that. You want to save style. I have mine as options, you know, you could, whatever you want to name it, and then you save it. So when you go to the next graph, you're going to click on those candles, you're going to load style, then click on options. You see? And this is my 5-minute chart. Perfect. And then on my fits, let's do that. Let's load style. Oops. There we go. Change that back to like the 1 hour. And there we go. Now we have that. And the bottom one right here, load style. There we go. Now everything, the graph is how I like it. Now let's add the indicators. If you don't know the indicators that I'm using, I'll probably explain the indicators in a separate video. This is more for just using the template, because if you guys know what the EMA does, or the VWAP, or the SMA, the stochastic slow indicators, if you guys know what that is, then obviously there's no need for me to explain it. If you don't know what that is, I'll upload a video just for you guys. Okay, so on the 1-minute chart, I would like to do is, you see this flash looking thing, click on that, edit studies, and for the EMA, the exponential moving average, I just put expo, click that. I like the default 9, that's what I use, and then I like to add the VWAP to my 1 minute. See, now this blue is my EMA, and these three, as I hover over it, kind of gets highlighted like this is the VWAP. That's what it's letting me know, and that's what I have on the 1 minute. Now on the 5-minute chart, I also add the VWAP. So edit studies, I'm sorry, not the VWAP, the EMA, but I change it. So you can change the indicator by clicking this little button right there. Change the 9 to the 21. I changed the color to green to kind of to let me know that it's not the 9 EMA. Again, you can change the color to whatever you want, but I have mine as green. And then on the 15-minute, 1 hour, 30-minute chart right here, just the chart on the left, I also add the 21 EMA. Expo, double click, edit, 21, 21. And with this one, I change it to purple. There you go. That's how I have it here. On the 5-minute chart, I have my level 2. It lets me know the buyers and the sellers, who's winning the war there. And then on the 1-minute chart, I have the time and sales, the people who are buying, because when I'm getting into a breakout, I want to make sure that a lot of people are buying in at that breakout to make my trades a lot more successful. And then on the last indicator that I add on the 1-minute chart, let's go back to this analysis tool, edit studies. I add the stochastic slow. Again, if you don't know what this does, I'll explain it in a different video, but it's a good indicator to have. So now on the bottom one for SPY, I do change it just a little bit. So edit studies. On the SPY, I actually use the simple moving average. So I put simple and I double click. So I make sure there's 2 simple moving averages on this graph. One is the 9, which is the basic, and the other one, I change it to the 180. And I make this red. Kind of like lets me know, it's hard to miss. So now you can see. So the reason why is because when the market was going down and trying to recover, this 180-day SMA was acting like resistance, and it continued to go down. So it lets me know, where's the potential support and resistance of a particular stock for SPY specifically, and it lets me kind of trade accordingly. For this one, I actually removed the chart because all I have for this box is the active trader and the level 2. The level 2, I just drag it all the way down because I'm not really looking for that much information for the level 2. This just lets me know what the price point of the contract that I'm getting in or that I'm getting out. That's the only reason why I have the level 2 on here. Also on the active trader, right next to the sales order, you see this kind of customize button right here. You want to customize it. I have mine open. I double clicked on the P/L open, your P&L. And lets you know, let's say if you got in a trade at 85, if it goes up 5 cents and you're up $10, $20, $30, it lets you know how much it will be up if it gets to that particular price, or how much it will go down if it gets to that particular price. So a lot of traders, they it's just really, again, it's totally a preference of yours, but some traders doesn't like to know how much they're up or down because it gets them emotional. And I talk about the emotional aspects of trading in one of the chapters in my course, but you really just want to focus on what the chart is telling you. Do not get into your emotions. Do not focus about the money. But for me, as a preference, I kind of like to know how much I'm up or how much I'm down, but I still just focus and trade depending on what the chart is telling me. So if you can do that, there's nothing wrong with having this P&L open. So what I like to do now is, you see all these boxes right here? It's kind of in the way, right? So the first thing I want to do is remove the sidebar. It kind of it avoids any potential happy accidents, what Bob Ross would say, you know. So you're not accidentally clicking on something. So I just remove that section, remove that, and do that for all the other ones. And then now to remove this box right here, I go right under the on demand. I remove the grid, and there it is. Now it has every information that I need. Now you want to make sure that you save it, because if you use somebody else's computer, or if your computer gets refreshed, you might lose this information. So, and you have to redo it all over again. So under the on demand, you click on those like 9 dots in the save flexible grid. Name it to whatever you want, money maker, options, whatever you want. I have mine as options. And then, so when you accidentally, let's just say you accidentally reset your whole thing. So instead of working at it all again, you can just click on this, click on options, and then boom, and it's back to normal. So that's how I have my graph. I have my watch list right here. I do like to have the news. So all you have to do when you're clicking the news is add a gadget. Where's the news? Live news, and it's there. I have mine on top. Again, with this whole linking everything, you want to make sure that it's linked, because if you change a particular stock, you want the news to update with you. So now when I'm trading, if something's falling, it's like, oh, look, news came out today saying Apple and Amazon race to 100 billion. You know, that sounds like good news. I don't really go in depth with the news. I just like to know did news come out or not, and are people reacting to those news. That's really all I use it for. And of course, I have my watch list right here. These are the stocks I particularly trade on a daily basis. I don't really go off and trade a whole bunch of different stocks. I just trade these over and over again, and you make, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars trading it. So that's all you need to do. You don't need to make it complicated. I'll go more in depth on chart reading on a different video, how to use the indicators, what's the best indicators for what particular reasons. But with this particular video, I just wanted to show you my template and how I use it, because I just think for one screen, it gives you all the information you need. It has the 1, 5, 15, 1 hour chart. And then so you can kind of see easier patterns, and then you have the overall market on the bottom left to let you know if things are going up or things are going down. And then of course you have the active trader to make your certain trades. And the reason why I have it on Lilac right here, so for example, if I wanted to trade, let's just say Amazon, right? Things were falling down or going up. What I want to do, I click on go on trade. Find the particular contract that I want to trade, right click it, send it to Lilac, go back to charts, and then now, no, that's supposed to be gone. And then now I can, now that option contract is ready for me to buy and sell. If you don't know how to use the active trader, there's plenty of YouTube videos that's out there. I'm also going to upload a video on the active trader to explain how to use it more effectively. But you guys, this is the template that I use. Try it out. Let me know if you like it. Leave a comment below if you have a different way of setting yours up. I'm curious, because we can all learn from each other. So like, subscribe. I'm going to be giving a lot of content about this. If you have any questions or want to be part of the team, you can go on the link below in the description, www.daytradingtickers. There's the course. If you don't know how to trade, I go from the basic information to the more advanced to what I'm doing currently. And then if you do know how to trade, you know like the strategies, and want to join a community on where I say signals on potential plays that I'm looking at, I like to take the screenshot of the plays that I'm looking at and explain why I'm planning to trade it. And then we can just go from there. We all make money together, and I hope to see you guys there, and I'll see you guys on the next video.